Welcome to Attendance Matters. You were invited to attend this program because your student is at risk of truancy. Ohio Virtual Academy is mandated by the state of Ohio to report students with low attendance and to provide support to those students. We know that good attendance at school relates directly to students' academic success. OHVA has 5 attendance compliancy officers. If a student becomes a habitual truant, an attendance compliancy officer is assigned to the student. Our officers are Dennis Klepper, Eric Walker, Susan Glucken, Kristen Spinetti, and Stephanie Zipf. There's a direct correlation between attendance and student achievement. Ohio Virtual Academy attendance requirements can be found in the OHVA School Handbook. The state of Ohio and OHVA require full-time students to attend a minimum of 920 hours each school year. Half-day kindergarten students are required to attend 460 hours in the school year. Required hours of attendance are adjusted for late enrollees. There should be a strong correlation between attendance logged by the parent and lessons completed by the student. In other words, the hours recorded by the learning coach should be reflected in the number of hours spent online and the assignments submitted by the student. Good attendance is important starting in kindergarten. Children with good attendance in kindergarten and first grade are more likely to read on grade level in third grade. By grade 6, poor attendance can be an early warning sign for students at risk of dropping out of school. By 9th grade, good attendance can predict graduation rates even better than 8th grade test scores. A student's attendance in the previous year can predict his or her attendance in the current school year. The state of Ohio has an education plan for students called Each Child, Our Future. One of the guiding principles of the plan is that the time a child spends in school is precious and should ensure that all aspects of a child's well-being are addressed, including the physical, social, emotional, and intellectual aspects. Ensuring Ohio students are in school every day is a crucial first step. The state of Ohio identifies 3 types of absences that affect students' learning: chronic absenteeism, habitual truancy, and excessive absences. Chronic absenteeism is missing 10% or more of a school year for any reason, including excused and unexcused absences. Chronic absenteeism is a primary cause of low academic achievement and a powerful predictor of students who may eventually drop out of school. The state of Ohio defines excessive absent students as having absences with non-medical excuses or without legitimate excuses for 38 hours in a month or 65 hours in a year. When a student has excessive absence, Ohio requires OHVA to report to the state and the student's parents in writing. The student must follow OHVA attendance policy. OHVA may refer the student to community resources. The state of Ohio defines habitual truant students as any child of compulsory school age who is absent without legitimate excuse for absence from the public school the child is supposed to attend for 30 or more consecutive hours, 42 or more hours in one school month, or 72 or more hours in one school year. When the student attendance meets the threshold of a habitual truant, OHVA must write an Absence Intervention Plan, or AIP. Parents are part of the team required to identify attendance concerns. Once a student's attendance meets the habitual truant criteria, OHVA will assign an attendance compliancy officer for the student. Parents will be notified by email of an Absence Intervention Plan meeting. A plan to provide services and improve student attendance is implemented at the meeting. A student on an AIP has 60 days to comply with the attendance plan. The school must report to Ohio that a plan has been implemented. The student may be referred to community programs for attendance issues. A student not complying with the AIP will be referred to juvenile court. Both the student and parent may have court cases related to the truancy. Once the plan is in place, if the student follows the AIP and attends school as required, the plan will end in 60 days. If the student's attendance is somewhat improved, the plan may be extended past the 60 days to monitor compliance. A student not complying with the AIP will be referred to juvenile court for truancy. If at any time a student is absent 72 consecutive hours without a legitimate excuse, the student will be withdrawn from OHVA as required by the state. For kindergarten to second grade, if a student does not attend one-on-one conferences or require daily Class Connect sessions and participate, the student can be considered truant. Also, for kindergarten to second grade, if the teacher notices any discrepancies, she or he will request written work samples to be submitted to best support the academic growth of the student. At the 3rd to 8th grade level, teachers will meet with students online in daily Class Connects to deliver direct academic instruction. All students are expected to attend all required Class Connect sessions. All students in 1st to 12th grade are expected to attend a minimum of 5 to 6 hours per school day. Most K-5 learning coaches and students spend 50% of their day online and the rest of their time offline working on workbooks, printed lessons, or other related activities. Parents of students in grades 1 through 8 can expect to guide their students' learning a minimum of 6 hours per day to maintain a typical school year's pace to complete lessons associated with assigned grade levels. Middle school students and learning coaches typically spend between 60 and 70% of their time on their computers. High school students should expect to devote a minimum of 5 to 6 hours per day or between 25 and 30 hours per week working on their school courses. 75 to 85% of high school student attendance hours will come from online coursework. Student assignments with due dates must be submitted on time. School attendance and truancy are matters of law in Ohio. Accurate recording of attendance hours is extremely important. It is recommended that students and parents keep a copy of schoolwork and hours attended. OHVA students are required to participate in all state diagnostic, achievement, and standardized testing as required by the Ohio Department of Education. If you need help, here's a list of school connections and support. Frequently asked questions can be found on page 26 of the OHVA Handbook. Stay in school. This is your future.